0, 6, 7, let's 6, 9, that's 6, 7, 65, let's 6, 9, 6,500, 65, now 7, now 8, let it count. That's 8,000, sir. Let's 78 bid. How about 75? 7,000. Here, 75. Let's 7 bid. 7,000. First full of the mother. Anything can happen here, huh? Let's 7,000. $1 million family. 7,000. 75. Let's 7 bid. 75. Let's 7,000 bid. 7,500. 75. Here we go. Let's 7 bid. How about 72? 7,200. 7,000. 2, 5. Let's 75. 77. 75, 77, here again, sir. Let's 7,500, 77 bid. 7,500, 7,500, 77, $7,700, 7,500, 7,700. Here. What's that? Now 8, 8,000, 85, 8,000 bid, 85, now 9, 95. Let 9 bid. You got take 92, sir. Let 92 bid. 92, you said? Now 5, 95, 97 bid. We get bigger bring 10 or bigger home. 9,500, 9700. Here it goes here. 9,500, 97, here it goes. 95, 97 and a half. Over. $9,500 on all in order. 168 is a buyer.
Hip number 4 is SV Georgia Peach. Here is a dual-eligible Minnesota and Iowa filly, foaled in February by Tom Ridge. Of course, Tom Ridge enjoyed a great summer with his one-trotting filly breaking the track record. Now over $14 million in earnings by the sire, Tom Ridge. This is out of the Like a Prayer mare, and 157 winner, Hannah Coe, from a great family. And notice, 4 of them have made over $500,000 in a family full of outstanding fillies. Here's another one, SB Georgia Peach.
6 years, 8, He's got a Like a Prayer mother, the fastest runner in history, homicide hunter. He had a Like a Prayer mother, huh?
Absolutely, and the fillies by Tom Ridge continue to dominate.
Paul, 13, that's Paul, 13 times. Paul, 13, that's 13 times. 13, that's 12 times. 13 minutes, 13 minutes, 13, 14, 13, 14, and $1, 13, 14 times. 13, 14, here you go, $13,000, 14,000 and a half. Forward, $13,000 on Robert. He goes to buy a number is.
Hip number 5 is Elmar Tremendous. Note this is originally Minnesota eligible.
Where's that buyer?
Baby gelding by the son of Muscle Yankee Money Chalks out of an Andover Hall mare. You gotta like the sounds of that. Of course, the immediate family of Mr. Jackpot, now over 100,000, Silent Dreams, Major Elmar, and more. From the immediate family of the $428,000 winner, Gutsy Call. Here is the son of Money Chalks, Elmar Tremendous.
20, 10, over here, 10,000, who did 5, 6, 5, 6, 6 pounds, now 7, 6, 7, now 8, $8,000 here, 8,000, here, 8,000, here, 8, 9, 8, 9, here, 9, good, 8,000,
Well, I called the USTA this morning. You guys might want to make a note of this. But I called USTA this morning. I said, I need the number of Minnesota sired horses for next year. Now, if you look at the numbers, there's a grand total of 133 total. But there's 74 that are fillies. There are 59 that are colts or geldings. And on the trotting side, there's only 26 trotting colts for next year. So if you're thinking you want to bid a little bit more, you might want to. Great looking individual, and only a crop of 26 for the big money in Minnesota next year right here.
Yeah, well, we got 8,000 bid, 8,500. What do you say? 85, now 9. At 9, 9, now 10. At 9, 10. 89, 10. 9, 10. 89, here, 89, 10, 10, down, 8, here, 89, 10, down, 8. What do you say, sir? 9, now 10. At 9, 10. 9, 10. At 9, 10. 89, 95. Put it on, do it up. At 9,000. Here, 89, 5, here, put it on, here, $9,000, 9,500. Now 10. $10,000, 89, 10, here, 10, 10, 11. At 10, 11. 89, 10, here, 11,000. At 10,000. 10, 11. At 10, 11 bid. How about 5? 10 pounds. It was here, put it on, 10,000. 10,000 I have sold $10,000 and buyer number is 231. Buyer number 231 gets her.
Hip number 6 is Dream for Real. Here's it comes a pedigree with a powerful 4x4 cross to the Great Speedy Crown. Here's a filly by Amigo Ranger. He with a 52 mark and close to 300 grand out of the mare Diary of a Dream. Nice looking pedigree here. And note that 2 out of the first 3 foals have raced, and this is the very first cross with the 152 trotter Amigo Ranger. Good family here. Nice looking filly. Iowa eligible 4x4 to the Great Speedy Crown.
Who's first? 2,000. 2, 3,
Just a note on this filly, the first 2 foals from the mother were daughters or sons of Honeydew This. This is a much, much better cross with Amigo Ranger, the son of Amigo Hall. He trotted at 52, and it's a perfect 4x4 cross to Speedy Crown.
Yeah, look at that. 3,000 Robert, 3,500. 35, 46, 32. 32 bid. 32 bid. Thank you, sir. Sold $3,000 on Robert. Our number is.
I got to tell you guys a little short story.
253. 253. Oh, just plain 53? Just plain 53 is the buyer number on the last one. Thank you.
There's a reason why I'm so passionate about crosses and horses, in particular on the trotting side. If you guys have followed the Indiana program, there's a trotter down there by the name of Guccio that was not very successful. I had a champion mare from Michigan, and everybody asked, well, who are you going to breed to? I said, I'm going to breed to Guccio. And they said, well, Guccio's not doing any good. And I said, well, my mare matches up perfect with Guccio. And last year he went out and trotted to 52-1 in the fastest 3-year-old trotting colt in the history of Indiana, because the crosses matter, guys. It really does. And when I think there's a cross today that I can help you with, I'm going to let you know, because it is. The magic is in the bloodlines of these horses, and we're going to pass it on when we can. Hip number 7 is next. Hip number 7 now. Looky here, boys. Triumphant Caviar is just kicking their butt in Ohio, and this one is triple, and I said triple eligible. Iowa, Ohio, Kentucky, and this is a Triumphant Caviar filly, which, by the way, the fillies have done much better than the colts in a lot of ways. By out of the Dream Vacation mare, Platinum Lindy, from an absolutely star-studded pedigree. Take a look at it. I will take credit, 55, 100 grand. If If you start me up, 54 trotting speed, and then in the second dam, Giant Hit by Speedy Crown, mark that, 646,000, and Caster, the 2-year-old Dan Patch winning filly, by the way, that was a world champion. Now here's the thing about the cross on this one, a 5 by 5 by 5, the Speedy Crown. It already shows it works in this pedigree with the likes of Giant Hit. This one's a winner, and triple eligible, Iowa, Ohio, and Kentucky. Have some fun with hit number 7.
Okay, here she is. Here, 30, 20, 20, 20 pounds, 5, who get 5, high pounds, 5, 7, hello, 7, 7 pounds, 7, here, 5, 7, here, 5, 6, $6,000, good 5, 6, 5, 6 here, good 5 and 6, 5, 6,000, 5, 6 here, we say, sir, don't 5, 6 here, don't 5, 6 and 6 here, don't 5, 6 here, 5, 6, 5, 6,000, 5, 6, 5, 6 here, don't 5, 6 here, she's a triumphant caviar filly, and if you look at the money they go for in the high end, the finals went about a week ago. Each of the finals go over 300,000. Not only that,
it's in Ohio. And trust us, Ohio's not that far away.
It's not that far away. And I hope the road from Ohio still leads back, from Minnesota still leads back to Ohio. And look at that, 5,000 there, 5,500, Innerdale, 5,000, 55, and all 6 here, good 6, 7, 7,000. 6 here, 7 here, good 6 here, 7 here, we say 65, that's 6,000, 65, 6 here, I know we're in Minnesota, but you take her anywhere in east of the Mississippi, she could just as well as not be a 15 to 20 to $30,000.
Absolutely.
I'm serious.
You know, guys, when it comes to these trotters in particular, what is really your risk? We're at what right now? These horses on the aftermarket are selling for 5, 6, 8. If they've got a little action, $10,000. And you've got a filly here out of a half-sister to Giant Hit and to a Dan Patch winner that was a filly. We're way off right here.
6,500, 7,000, 75, that's 7, 75, you now 7, 75, you now 7,000, 7, 75, that's 7,000, 7,500, we say 0, 72, that's 72, 7,000, that's 72, you know 7,000. Forward, $7,000 on Arlen Yoder as he goes to buyer number 15. Buyer number 15, thank you.
Hit number 8 is Wisco Willie, Minnesota eligible bay gelding here. 5 money talks out of the Conway Hall mare, SS Hall. Lots of pedigree here, including the great striking Sabra, son of Super Gill, and Superstar Sabra, and others. Now, some great crosses in this pedigree. Valley Victory, a 3x4. Baltic Speed, a 4x5. Speedy Crown and Speedy Somali, you get 3 doses. 4x5x5 to Speedy Crown and Speedy Somali. This one should be fast. It's Wisco Willie.
Come on. 2, 3, 3 back. 2, 3, 4. 4, 5, 5, 6. 6 here, 7, 7, 8. 75. That's what you say. 75. Now 8. But 8 there. 75. 8,000. 8,500. 85. But 8 there. 85. 8,000. 85, 85.
You know, guys, the money's only going to go up in Minnesota. Every year, we've seen it here. The last 3 years, the money on Super Night keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the 2-year-old colt trot division next year has only 26 trotters. And now with the way they do it here in Minnesota with the A and the B, you can actually make some money with your horse. If you have one that's not quite top tier, they've designed the program so you can make something. So, good looking opportunity here.
And then I got $8,000, 8,500, 85, 2, 5, 82, 85, 82, 85, 82, 8,500, 85, 8,500, 85, 87, 8,700, 85, 87, 87, 8700, 9,000. Here, 87,900. Here, 9,000. Here goes 87,900. Here goes 8,900. Here, 89. Here goes 8,900. So, $87,000. Arlen Yoder goes to fire number 230. Fire number 230. Thank you.
Hit number 9 is Kaya. Now note this, folks, Iowa and Kentucky eligible. And the other night they went for $250,000 in the finals down in Kentucky in all 8 divisions. As you can see, this filly was out here earlier this morning putting on a show. She's broke, she's jogging, long-legged, good filly, very sensible. And 4 doses of Speedy Crown in this one, 3 by 4 by 5 by 5 from a good producing family. Broke, jogging, and a nice dark looking filly here by Yankee Glide.
30, 35, 20, 28, 10, 5, 5,000. You can have 2, go 1, 2, 2, you know, 1, 2, there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4,000, 4, 5, 5,000, 4, you don't need no 5, 0, 4, 5, 6, you don't need no 5, you know, 6, you don't need no 6, 55, 6 bid, 6 bid, you know, 55, 6, no 5, but 6,500, you know, 6, 65, no 7, 7, 7, 7, no 5, you know, 7, 5, you know, 5, you know, 75, 7, 75, you say it, but 7 bid, 75, no 8, but 8,000. We did $8,000. We do 75. We do 85. 85. 9, 9,000. 9, 10. We do 10. No 11. 10, 11. We do 10. We do 11,000. 10, 11. We do 11. 11. Paul. We do 11. Paul. We do 11. 4,000. How you doing there? We do 11. Paul. We do 11. 4,000. We do 11. Paul. We do 11. Paul. We do 11. Paul. We do 11. Paul. She's a Yankee Flying Philly. She averaged over 25,000 last fall.
Absolutely. And the consignor just told us that they reshot this filly in preparation for the sale. I believe it was right front. And I think she got a little bit of a hot nail. They guarantee her 100% sound. And on this one, the papers are actually not here. They will be sent directly to the buyer. But broke beautifully. And by Yankee Glide, who's done phenomenal, as you said, averaged almost double where we're at right now.
Yeah, we got 11,000, 12,000. 11, 12. Who do you 11, 12? Who do you 11, 5? Help me all the can. 11,000. 11 here, 11, 5. Good.
And just a real quick thing on this filly. If you look at the first pedigree, her brothers and sisters, just a couple years ago, a Lucky Chucky brought 21,000. A Conway Hall, 13,000. This is a pedigree that folks like. And by Yankee Glide, that's got to be a major improvement.
Yeah, we're going to get 11,000. 11, 5. 11, 5. 11, 5. Now 12. Now 12. 12, 12, 5. 12, 5. That's all time. 12, 5. With 12 men, 12, 5. That's 12,000. 12, 5. Go through. 12, 5. What do you say? So, text for help. Sold her $12,000. Arlen Yoder. She goes to fire number 234. All right, number 234.
Hip number 10 is Overture Talks, a Minnesota eligible colt by Money Talks out of the Andover Hall mare. Overture Hanover, and she the producer of Credit Balance, 55 and 1, 186,000. And Overture Hanover, of course, out of Warwick, Kira, a O'Brien 3-year-old trotting winner of over 300,000, and from the immediate family of Fun and Strokes, close to $750,000. Sharp looking colt here. Overture Talks.
Here he is, here, 30, 20, 20, 25, here, Good 9, 10. Got to get here, don't be 9, here, don't be 10, 10, 20, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,000, 9, 95. Good 9, 10, 95. It'll be 9,000. It'll be 95. Y'all good? Here we go. $9,000, 9,500. 95. Total 9,000 numbers up now. My number is 231. My number 231. Thank you.
Hip number 11 is Full Moon Photo, Minnesota eligible. Probably the first time that'll happen today. Minnesota eligible, Bay Colt by Twilight Bonfire. Of course, he's the son of the Ponderosa and $1 million winner. This is the first crop of that $1 million winner out of a Village Jolt mare. Tekesa Moon, 52-4. So talk about some pedigree here. Now, Twilight Bonfire has 11 registrations for next year. He has 7 colts and 4 fillies and an outstanding pedigree, which includes $1 million winner in Mercedes. And in this pedigree, a 2x3 to Ponderosa, 3x4 to Western Hanover, and a 3x4 to the great Cam Fella. Lots of breeding here. Full Moon Photo.
20, 20, 20, 20. 20, you get up, 20, you get up, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, 5, 7, you get up, 5, 7, 5, 6, 5, 6, 6, half, 6 here, 5 and 6, you get up, 6, 7, you get up, 6, 7, 7, half. 6, 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, let's 6, 7, 7,000, let's 6, 7,000. Brett, we're talking about
I think this is
52 mother, first full of the mother.
I think this is the first time and only time today that I'm going to say this. In front of us is a son of $1 million winner out of a sister to $1 million winner. That's big bucks, guys. And that's probably the only one in the catalog that's bred by $1 million horse out of a half-sister to $1 million winner. Take another look.
Yeah, look at 6, 7, 7, 7,000. 6, 8, 6, 7, that's 6, 8, 7, 7,000. 6, 8, 7,000. 65, that's 6,000. 6, 65, that's 65. Now 7, 7, 7,000. 75. Here's the 7, 75. Here's the 7,500. That's $7,000. 7,500. Eat that. Eat here. Eat that. 75. Eat 9. But eat 9 days. Here, 9,000. Look at 8,000. What do you say, sir? Look at 9. Here, 9,000. Go ahead. 9,000. 9, I'll 10. But 9, 10. 95. I'll 10. But 95, 10. 95, 10,000. 95, 10. But 9,500. 10,000.
She'll get by at her first start.
10, 11. 10, 11. 10, 11,000. 5, 11. 10, 5, 11. 10, 5, 11,000. 11, here, 10, 5, 11. 10, 5, 11. You don't have to hold them or beat them. 10, 5, 11. 10, 5, 11 years old. 10, 5, 11,000. 10, 5, 11 here. Anything else here? 10, 5, 11,000. 11, 5, hang in there. 11, 5. 11,000. 11, 5. Now 12. Put 12,000. 11, 5, 12. 12,000 over there. 11, 5, 12. Anything else here? 11, 5, 14, 12, 9. So, 11, 5, down front. All the over. He goes to layer number 61.
Hip number 12 is Elmar Blissful, Minnesota eligible filly here. Foaled in March by Money Talks. This is the first Money Talks filly from the family out of the Yankee Glide mare, now from then. And this would be a filly sister to BL Class Act, a winner of over $300,000. And from the immediate family of the $1 million filly Falls for You. Now you guys know I like these crosses. But take another look at this pedigree and this filly. And you rarely see this, a 3x3 to Pine Chip, a 3x3 to Valley Victory, and many others. But that's a powerful double 3x3 to two of the greatest trotters in the history of the game. Go ahead.
Yeah, 20, 20,000. 20, 20, 10, 5. Who's first? 5,000. 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6 here. 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 5, 6, 6,000. 5, 6 here. 5, 6 here. 6,000. 6 here. 6,000. 5, 6 bid. 55. 5, 55. 5,000. 6 bid. Let's say 6 pounds. 55, 6 sir. Let's 6 bid. 55, 6 pounds. Now look at that family, huh? 5,500, $6,000. 55, 6. You say 6. And now 5, 65. 65. 6 bid. 65. Outside 10,000. 65, 7 bid. 65 and 7. 65. 7,000. NLL, so 6,500, 7,000. 65, 67, 6,700, 65, 67, 65, 67, water, 67, 65, 6,500, 6,700, sold $6,500. Dollar doors down front. Fire number is 220. Fire number 220. Thank you.
Hip number 13 is Wind Me Up Now. Here comes a California and Minnesota eligible Bay Gelding by Wind Me Up. Of course, Wind Me Up had another good year. Wind Me Up and Watch Me Go and others are winners on Super Night at Running Aces from a very good family out of a Sportsmaster mare. Now imagine this, by a son of Benner's Delight out of a Sportsmaster mare. That is Grand Circuit type breeding. 3 by 5 by 5 to Abercrombie and others. And an update in that first dam, the 2-year-old this year, Yankee on the Move, has 4 wins. 4 wins in its 2-year-old campaign. And of course, Sportsmaster mares are some of the best mares in the pacing business. They produce the likes of Jeremy's Jet, Rocking Ron, and the $2.6 million winner, One More Laugh. Dual eligible, California and Minnesota. Go ahead.
Yeah, 20, 20, 20 here down 10, 10 times. 10 down 10 here, 5, 9 times. 5 down, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2 times. 2 here, 2 down 1, 2 here, 2 down 1 here, 2, 1, 2, 2,000, 2, down 3, 2, 3 minutes, 3 times. 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6 here, 5, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, now 8, 8 pounds. Now 8, 8, 9, 8, 9, 8, 9 pounds. Go ahead, 9 pounds.
Well, you guys know on Saturday night they had the $50,000 final, and you know what the exacta was in that race. Burning Blaze and then Trump Train, both sons of Wind Me Up, finishing 1-2 when the big money was on the line Saturday night.
Yeah, look at 8 bid, 9 pounds. Here, no, 9, 9 bid, here, 9 pounds. Here, 9 pounds. Here, 85, 5,500, 8 pounds. 85, 8 bid, 8,500. 8,500, also 9, 85, sir. 8,500, 9,000. 8,500, 9,000. 8,500, 9,000. 9,000 on Robert. Fire number is 64. Fire number 64.
Hip number 14 is Elmar Promise from Minnesota eligible filly out of Ariel Salute, a Son of Credit winner. Now I have to admit, I was not aware of who Ariel Salute was, but after doing a little bit of homework, you couldn't help but be excited. Ariel Salute was a $170,000 yearling, and he's a half-brother to the likes of Winning Fireworks, In My Dreams, and to last year's Breeders' Crown winner, an undefeated filly, Woodside Charm. So he has every right to be a super stallion. And this is out of the producing family, which includes Elmar Reba Bay, who just beat him again on the big night last Saturday night. She's now over 140 grand. Here's Elmar Promise.
Hey, here she is. 30 times. 20, who can buy? Who's first? 5 times. 5 times. 2, 3, 4. Let's 4 times. Let's bring it forward. 4, 5 times. 7, 10, here, to get up 10, here, only 9, 10, good 9, 10, to get up here, 10,000, only 9, 10, good 9, 10, minute, to get up here, to get up 10,000. Here, to get up 10, here, only 10, 10, 10, to get up here, only 10,000, no, good 9, 10 here, good 9, 10, to get up here, 95, good 9,000, how about 95, 9,500, only 95, hello, here, only $9,000, $9,500, all through, good 9,000, only 95, good 9 minutes. Hard to hear breath for the money he's got out.
Absolutely. And a half-sister to Elmar Rivamay, who was very impressive again the other night. Elmar Bonbon as well. A 5x5x5 cross to Speedy Crown. And I think the big thing about this cross is now the Son of Credit winner on the top line, who is a half-brother, the one that made $1.5 million, and a half-brother, the one that won the Breeders' Crown.
Yeah, we got 9,000 there, Robert Yoder, 9,500, 9,000, 95, wait, you don't come here, only 95, good 9 day, 9,500, and then I'll say, oh, food, here, only 95, sold $9,000, up top, rider number is 221, I'm doing, my friend.
Hit number 15 is right there, right now. Here comes an Indiana eligible brown colt by Rocking Image. And ladies and gentlemen, Rockin' Image is just rocking the boat in Indiana this year. His 2-year-olds have made over $800,000. His 3-year-olds over $1.5 million. And I don't know if you saw the race last week, but over a muddy track at Hoosier Park, a 2-year-old son of Rockin' Image, odds on, I'm going to screw it up here. Odds on Araceris wins in 50-3 on a sloppy track. And he's the son of Rocking Image. And talk about pedigree, oh my. Out of Street Dancer, a 49 speed who won over $800,000. Pedigree plus, and there's lots of money to be made in Indiana. Go ahead.
And 40 here, 20 here, 20 here, 10, who's first, 10,000, 5,000, over here, 5,000, 5,000, go 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 here, 4, 5, 5, 7, 7,000, you're all up, 5, 7,000, 7 here, here, 5,000, here, 7 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6, good 5, 6, $6,000, 6,000, good 5, 6, 6, 7, 7,000, 6 here, 6, 7 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, 6, 7, but 6 here, 7, 6 here, 7, now 8, 8,000, 7 here, but 7,000, mothers that made over $750,000, 49-3, huh?
And there's something
dominant side of Rockin' Image.
Absolutely, and there's something in this colt's pedigree that, take a look, everybody. If you look over to the far side, this horse is a 3x3 to the greatest mare in the history of pacing in the United States. The Hall of Fame mare, Rich and Elegant. This is a 3x3 to the greatest mare ever in the history of harness racing. So, great looking individual.
That's another one out of mine.
I don't know what to say.
Right, the Rockin' Images last fall, the colts, the average scored 28,000. And how many of those colts yeah, within the average, how many of those colts have a mother with a mark of 59? Or, sorry,
400,000.
Yeah, and made over $750,000. Not very many of them, I can guarantee you that. I got 8,500 on Alvin Yoder, $9,000. You're over here, Robert. 8,500, 9,000, 8,500,
And guess
$9,000.
what? You don't even have to leave Minnesota these days. You qualify this horse in Minnesota, and Ron Burke will be on the other end of your phone call. So you can leave him here, stay him here, and get him ready.
You can name the price. That old Brett Moya, you can name the price. Whatever you want. Hey, we got 8,500 on Alvin Yoder, $9,000. What do you say over here? 8,500, 9,000. 8,500, no, 8,500, 9,000. Over here, 85, 87, 8,700. And those are coming up. 8,500, 8,700. One up. 8,500, here, 8,500, 87. Cool, 8,500. Alvin Yoder, and he goes to buyer number 218. Thank you. Congratulations.
Hit number 16 is Danny Boy, gelding by Amigo Ranger, out of a weightlifter mare, 4x5 cross to Speedy Crown here, and a winning family, 11 wins for the dam. If you look up and down, lots of victories in this family, including a one-time 43-time winner. Iowa eligible, son of Amigo Ranger, Danny Boy.
You $10,000, $10,000, 42, 1,015, 1,500, 1,000, 15, no 2, 15, no 2, 15, no 2, 2, here's no 15, 25, 8, 25, 3, Got a buyer's number, sir? Just hold on for me. There you go. 241. Thank you. Buyer number 241.
Hip number 17 is Elmar Midnight, black filly here by Aerial Salute. As we mentioned, he's the Son of Credit winner and $170,000 yearly. And this is out of the Muscles Yankee mare, Bold of Muscles, 58-2 as a 2-year-old. The good producing mare of the likes of Hall of Muscles, Manhattan, and others. From the immediate family of Hoop Bowl, here's Elmar Midnight.
20, 10,000. You win, sir. 5, 6, 7, here, no, 7, 6, here, no, 7, here, no, 7, 65. That's 6,000. 65, what do you say? That's 6,000. 6,500. 65, no, 7, 7,000. 77, first strike fire, huh? That's 75, 77.
Well, when I was going through looking at the pedigrees, this is what I wrote on this one. It said, destined to be a good one, and here's why. When you pull it up on Golden Crosses, this horse has in its immediate family Muscles Yankee, Super Bowl, Valley Victory, Baltic Speed, 4 doses of Speedy Crown, Speedy Scott, Stars Pride, Bone Fist, and Speedy Somali. Classical breeding, fast trotters. Go ahead.
Yeah, 75, 77, 7,700, 77. What do you say, sir? That's 77 big. 7,500, 7,700. You don't hear, you don't put it on me, 75, 77. Cool, $7,500 on all yours, 7,500. 165 is buyer, 165.
Hip number 18 is Bracken Beach and Photo. Here's a filly by Bracken. Of course, with the likes of MD Magic, another stellar season. And this is on the Primrose Lane mare French Rose from the immediate family of another very familiar hard-hitting racehorse in French Eclipse. Championship winner the other night, over $175,000. Good-looking pedigree here. And a good-looking filly, dual eligible, Minnesota and Iowa.
How about 65? Let's 65. 65. 5, 7. And now 7, 7,000. 75. 7,000. Here, 75. Let's 7, 75. Let's 7,000. 75 on the yellow. 72, 75. That's 75. Now 88,000. He's here. That's 75. He's here now. Here to 77, 7,700. 7,500. 77. You say it. Now 82. 82 bid. 82. 82. Come on, guys. Keep down. So 82 bid. 82 and a half. Forward. Numbers are now. Number 221. 221. Thank you, sir.
Hip number 19 is Royal Cape, Iowa eligible filly here by Dread. He's the son of Muscle Hill with, looks like 10 yearlings for next year's program in Iowa out of the Cadabra mare, J-Port Princess. So here you have a filly by a son of Muscle Hill out of a Cadabra mare. Outstanding pedigree here with the likes of J-Port Sweethearts, 55 and over $155,000. Go ahead with Royal Cape.
$10,000. You hit 10. You get that $10,000. 5 times. Let me get over here. 1 5 times. $3,000. Good 3 bid. You know, $3,000. 1,015. 15 bid. You know, 1,000. 15. You get 15 on 2. You know, 15 on 2. That's 25. You know, 25. 3. You got 3. 25. 3. 3. 3. 25. 3. 3. 3. 35. You got 3. 3,500. 35 bid. You know, 3,000. Well, 35. 4 bid, that's 35 and 4. 35 and 4, 46 here now, 35 and 4 for the bid. That's 35 and 40. 3,500, 4,000. First full of the mother. 35 and all 4, 4,000. 37, sir. 37, 35, 3,700. 37, that's 37, 37, here you go. 35, forward, $35 on Robert. Our number is 14. Our number 14. Thank you.
Hip number 20 is Wisco Valley Girl, Minnesota eligible filly by Money Talks out of the Valley Victor mare, Scarlet Valley. 3x3 cross here to Valley Victory from some black type family, which includes Sago and Sierra Motel. Here is Wisco Valley Girl.
6 here, that's 55. I'll say 6 out. 55, 6 here, 6 here. What do you say, sir? That's 55, 6, now 5. That's 65, 6 out. 5, 65. 5 here. That's 65, 7, 7 out. 7, 7 out. 65, 7, 6,500, 7 out. 65, 65, now 7, that's 7 out. 65, 7, that's 7 out. Here we go. That's 6,500, 7 out. Here's the 65. Robert, fire number is 248.
Hip number 21 is out. 21 is out. Over to hip number 22. Swagging the court. Here's an Iowa eligible gelding. And this is the son of Keystone Swagger. He's the son of Angus Hall out of Lucky Courtney. And from the immediate family of Force to Court and Homestead Action and others. Now, they had this horse out here last night in the lunge ring, and wow, can this colt travel. Very, very athletic, nice head, nice made colt here, Iowa eligible, swagging the court.
45. 75, 55, 55, 6,000. 605, put 6,500, $6,000, 65, put 6 bid, 65, 65, put 6 bid, 65, 6 half, how about 62, put 62 bid, 62, 5, put 62, 5, 7, 67, 67, 67 bid, 65, 67, put 6,500, 6,700, 65, 67, all through, here, 7, oh, $65. Mr. Simmons, fire number is 244.
Very nice purchase right there. That is a nice Colt. Very nice Colt. All right, on to the next. Hip number 23 is Mayday Maggie. Here we have a triple eligible Minnesota, Iowa, and California. California just announced the details on the California Sire Stakes. Over $425,000 in guaranteed money, and this filly is eligible. She's by Special Forces, of course, from the world-famous Brian Brown barn, the son of Real Desire, out of a Western Ideal mother with tons of pedigree. This a 3/4 in blood to a $287,000 winner and a $150 filly, Spirit of Desire. Go ahead.
20, 5, who get 5, which state you want to race. You choose. Whatever you want to do. You can sweep them all. That's 7,500. Here's what he says. Here's 75. 8,000. Go ahead, Fred.
Well, if you look at the pedigree, this mare throws nothing but racehorses. 7 out of 8 are already winners. And if you can see, Special Forces by Real Desire, and the cross with Real Desire already works with Spirit of Desire, who, by the way, was a filly and had a 2-year-old mark in 55. And when do you ever see a pedigree with a sister to a horse that had a 2-year-old mark of 51 as a 2-year-old and made nearly $750,000? So lots of pedigree and lots of opportunities behind this filly.
Even air produced is sub 50. They don't get the 7,500, 8,000. What do you say? 8,000. 885. 85. 85. 85. No line. 9,000. 85. 89 bid. 8,500. 9,000. 85. I'll remember. Hold on. 9. No 10. 9, 10. 10,000. What do you say, Robert? 9, 10. 10,000. 95, 95, all through, 9,000, sold, $9,000, all on the over, 9,000, goes to buyer number 166, thank you.
Hip number 24 is next. Here comes Captain's Friend, Pennsylvania eligible colt by friend or foe. Out of the mare Judy Bell, she the producer of Sam Bell, and from the immediate family of I Love Lydia, big time winner and big time producer. Now folks, on the breeding side, 5 doses of the great Speedy Somali with this colt, 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 by 5. Nice looking colt, Pennsylvania eligible. Now note, the owner says there is a bump on the left hind cannon bone. It was x-rayed, the vet said it's okay. 6 weeks ago, trot's 100% sound, but the consignor wanted everybody to know there is a slight bump. It was x-rayed clean. Go ahead.
Here he is. 10,000. 335. made on 3,500, 37 bid. Bid 35, 37, 4. Bid 4,000. Another one made on 37, 38. Bid 38 bid. 8, now 4. Now 4, 4,000. Another one made on 4 bid. Bid 38, 4, $4,000. Here, don't made on 4. What do you say here? Bid 38, 4. Bid 4,000. Another one made on 30. Here, bid 4. Here, don't made on 4, 4, 4, 30. Another 8. Big, long, stretchy pole. Look at this guy, huh? Big, long, stretchy pole. What is resale value going to be? 38, 4, 4,000. Put it made on 38, 4. Put 4,000. Put it made on 3,800. $4,000. Get it on made on 38, 4. Oh, move. Here we go. Put 38, 4. Get it on 4,000. Made on 38, 4. Put 3,800. $4,000. Get it on 38, 4. What's the money here? 3,000. 4,000. 4 here made on 3,000. 4 here made on 4 here on 4 9. Sold $3,000. Mr. Simons goes to buyer number 13.
Hip number 25 is Elmar the Lucky Talk, Minnesota eligible filly here by Money Talks out of the Angus Home mare. And 156 3-year-old Kinky Hanover from a great family, which includes Candor Hanover, 52 and 4, and $500,000. Money Talks filly, Elmar Lucky Talk.
20, 20, 20,000. 20 here, 20 here, 10, 10, 10 here, 10, 5, the board, 5,000. 2, no 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4,000. 3, 4, 5, 5,000. 5, 6, 6,000. 6, sir. 5, 6, 6, sir. 5, 6, 6,000. 6 here, 6 here, 55, now 6, now 6,000. 55, 6 here, 5,500, 6,000. What do you say, Olive? 55, 6. 55, 6 here, 55, 6,000. 55, 6. I got 55 on the left hand side. Gotta be 6, sir. 5,500, $6,000. You get 55, 6 bid. 5,500, $6,000. 55, 6 here, 5,500. Here's a filly that looks the part, huh?
Nice mate, filly, very nice.
Yeah, 5,500, $6,000. 6,000. 6 here. 6. Now 5. 65. 6,000. 65. That's 6,500. 6,000. 65. That's 6,000. 6,500. 6,000 on all of yours. Number is 146. 146.
Hip number 26 is DP Radiant Striker, Brown Gelding here by All and Tad, son of Conway Hall, out of the Striking Sabra mare, Striking Annie. This is the full brother to DP Rocket, who's increased his earnings since the catalog by $10,000, now over $32,000 in his 3-year-old campaign. Immediate family at the fast news speed, and a 4x5 cross to Super Bowl. Iowa eligible, DP Radiant Striker.
20, 20, 20, I got 5,000 on Robert's man right over here. $6,000. You guys are on at 6, 7. There he is. Then I'll 7, 7 bid. Then I'll 7, 7. Now $8,000. It's 70 bid. Here comes $8,000. What do you say, sir? Here comes now 8 bid. Then 8,000. Here 8,000. Now 9. Look at 809. 9,000. You got to get Robert. Then 809. 9,000. What do you say, sir? 9, 9, 9, 9,000. Here comes 809. Here comes 809. 999 bid. Then 8,000. Now here 9. Then 8,900. Here, don't get 9,000. What do you say, sir? Let 89 bids. Full brother to DP Rocket, huh? Let 89. 85, 8,500. 85. 85. Let 8,000. What do you see over here? Let 8,500. 85. Now 9. There you are. 85. 9. Hang in there. Let 85 bid. 9,000. 85. What do you say, sir? 8,500. 9,000. 9. 85. Now 9. What do you say? 8,500. 9,000. 87. You say it? 87. 86, 7, now 9, 9,000. 86, 7 here. 86, 87, 87, hang in there, come on. 86, 87, 87. Right, it's 4 level 8 matches we printed the catalog. 8,600, 8,700, Come on, 87, 86, 87, 87, 86, 87, 87, 87, 88, 88, 87, 88, 87, 88, 87, go ahead, 88, we'll do it, 88, 88, now 9, and now 9, 9,000, round the block, 89, 9,000, here it is, 88, $9,000, you want it, 88, $9,000, sold, 88, $9,000, here, Joseph, my number is 244, 244, thank you.
Hip number 27 is out. So 27 is out. That's going to bring us to hip number 28. And Iowa sired in full DP Mr. Smartman. This is a all intact colt again. He's Southern Conway Hall out of a 2-minute trotting mare from the immediate family of Bar Lady. Top trotting filly in Indiana, made over 223,000. Iowa yelling here, DP, Mr. Smartman.
100% producing mother. From 100% producing mother. And then look at T-Top. 2, 25. Now 3, here. What 3? 3,000. 25. 3,000. Come on. 3,000. 27, sir. Go ahead, Frank.
Not a lot of risk here, boys. Not a lot of risk. Iowa program is going to be eligible to 14 starts over in Iowa, going for 5,000 or more every week. And like you said, 100% producing mother, and a lot of upside here. A lot of
no
upside.
risk here at all. $3,000, 3,500, 3,000, 35, 3,000. You're on, Robert. That's 3,500. 163.
Hip number 29 is Bluto on the go. Indiana sired by Bluto out of the muscle shaky mare, LW Galley Rachel. Now, of course, Bluto having a pretty good year in Indiana this year. His best son, Brigado, is one of the favorites tonight in the Indiana Sire Stakes, 2-year-old colt trot at Hoosier Park. He won earlier this year, 55-3. And note also the mother of this Bluto, 3-year-old mark, 201-2, and nearly 100 grand. She made 97,000. So 4 foals of age with 3 winners so far.